You guys were here again for another Q&A here on the lovely day of Friday. Again, a big weekend of football. Valencia against Barcelona. Valencia against Barcelona. Liverpool against Chelsea. Monaco against PSG. Monaco got lubricated by Monaco. Monaco got lubricated by Leipzig. So, again, this is how it works. So, to get your question answered, you simply head to the website, which is footballhot.com. Link is down there below in the description box. You scroll down to the contact us box, you put in your name, your email, and you send in your question, and then I will have it answered for you right here as quick as pie. So without further ado, let's go. So question here we have is from David S. Hello HH, I love all the work you do and the frequent content you put up lately. My question for the week is this: Where do you rank Pavel Nedved? My personal bias, I'm from the Czech Republic myself, opinion is that he deserves to be among the all-time greats in his position. Perhaps not at the very top, but he always seems to be forgotten in all similar discussions. What's your take on that? Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much for your question there, and again, thank you for writing from the Czech Republic. I remember Nedved, because so Nedved was an attacking midfielder from really the 90s. 90s was really when he really made his name, and really he was really known under the Juve team, again playing alongside the great Zidane and the great Del Piero. The thing about Nedved is that he was one of the first true attacking midfielders. Because if you think about it, you know how we have the whole thing of the number 10s and the midfielders who score a lot? Before Nedved, there was never anybody who was a midfielder who really played like as an attacker. The whole thing of this midfielder who was really running from midfield and really coming into that 18-yard box area and who had excellent shooting, excellent passing. Nobody had ever seen that before in Nedved. And again, if you look at Juve's best players of all time, Nedved will have to be in there. He would have to be in there because, again, that Juve team is one of the greatest Juve teams of all time. Because I don't really rank this Juve team of this era one of the best teams based off on this series not being as competitive and so forth. But that Juve team where you had a strong AC Milan, a strong Roma, a strong Inter Milan, you know, Nedved was one of the main guys. And I think as an attacking midfielder, he was definitely one of the first to really make the position truly popular. And then he then saw a lot more people now doing what he was doing. So you're now seeing the David Silva and Iniesta and so forth, where you now see midfielders who break from midfield and come and join in in the attack. And I would say in his position, I'd put Nedved like a top 5 because again, like you have to understand, Nedved wasn't a number 10. Like a number 10 is, let's say, a Dennis Bergkamp. He was an attacking midfielder, and I said to myself that who is he most like? And I can't really think the kinds of players he was most like because, again, when you just look at the energy he had, his control on the ball, his incredible shooting, I can only think of many players that were similar to him. And even when I look at the game as of right now, again, because I think really what we're seeing now are number 10s and attacking wingers. We're not really seeing attacking midfielders coming from the centre as we saw from Nedved. So again, that's why I just think he's very unique in how he molded that offensive-minded midfielder. So yeah, man, definitely a legendary player. Again, if you don't know about him, that's the beauty of YouTube. Head on YouTube and look at some highlights of him. So yeah, thank you for the question. Abraham Mayanja. Hi, Halfop. I have a question for you. Who's your top 5 rappers of all time and why do you say Tupac is overrated? If you could elaborate on that. Also, what do you think about Sergio Ramos and Cristiano Ronaldo's dispute about Real Madrid's team? Well, I don't know about the Ramos and Cristiano disputes about the Real Madrid team, so I don't really know about that story. But I'll probably try and look into that. Top 5 rappers of all time. Okay, now in no particular order. Because I do this many times, so I keep on doing this. So Pharoah Monch, Biggie, Cannabis, KRS-One, Snoop Dogg. Those are my top 5 rappers, and I'll give it just a quick explanation of what. Nobody could get their message done better and clearer than KRS-One. The best person for pure flow and rhythm, Biggie. for advancing what he can do lyrically with the human vocal cord, Munch, for the technical complexity of a wordsmith and lyrical density, Cannabis, and for Snoop Dogg. In my opinion, Snoop Dogg is the most consistent rapper of all time. Because you can put Snoop Dogg on any record, on any feature, and he'll sound amazing. When we look at his catalog, I just listened to Snoop Dogg's last album, Make America Crip Again. That's one of the best albums I've heard in the last 5 years. His consistency is ridiculous, and I think he is criminally underrated. So that's why I say he's definitely top 5. Tupac, for me, in my view, that Tupac made great songs. He made great tracks. In my opinion, he never made a really good album. I've tried to listen to a Tupac album from beginning to finish. I've not been able to. I think with Tupac is that technically he wasn't a very good rapper. He just technically wasn't a very good rapper. But in my view, Tupac has made some of the best rap songs of all time. I mean, when you look at Do For Love, Changes, just some of the stuff that he's written, Me Against the World, he has written some of the most incredible rap songs ever. So as well as if you just take in a vacuum, rap songs, Tupac, but as far as a discography, an album, a body of work, I just feel that Tupac's lack of rapping ability and versatility stops him from really having that kind of body of work that rappers like a KRS-One, a Jay-Z, a Nas, a so forth have. Again, thank you for the question. I like that. I like different questions. Name Chester Bennington. Okay. Message. I am watching you, HH, from the heavens, and you've been doing a fantastic job. I have 2 questions for you. 1, as USA failed to qualify for the World Cup, what are the changes you would suggest to the FA so that they qualify for FIFA 2022? 2, which Linkin Park album is your favorite, and which of my songs you think is the best and worst? Keep working hard and passionately, my boy. Thank you. And I think I've spoken about this. So for the first one, I think what USA have to do is you got to start from ground zero, first thing, which is what Germany did back in the early 2000s. Second thing you have to do is you have to pretty much treat the sport a lot more seriously. What America have been failing to do is take football seriously. And by that I mean that you've got to make it a far more inclusive. It can't be this sports that are only for rich people. You've got to put in the work, i.e. better coaches, better training for facilities, and mimicking what they do in places like Spain, Italy, and Portugal, where they have the best coaches. As in, when you look at who the best kind of coaches are, they all come from... Germany. So really, if you look at the best coaches and the best training, it's Holland, it's Germany, it's Spain, and maybe you can throw in Italy in there. But definitely Germany, Holland, Spain have the best coaching and the best coaches, especially Germany and Italy. So those are the guys you need to mimic, and you need to copy that framework and stop being arrogant about it. The best Linkin Park album. This is a tricky one, because Reanimation technically is not a Linkin Park original album, even if I feel that is their best album. But if you want to put Reanimation aside, which was a remix album, I still think that is their best album, but that's their remix album. I would say Meteora, which was their second album. For me, I felt that, Hybrid Theory was cool, was nice. It really introduced us to them. Meteora, for me, just really took everything they did that was so good about Hybrid Theory and just took it to the next level. The production was tighter. The songs were better. The way that the songs flowed within each other was just absolutely amazing. You had almost every song is a real banger. And you just saw Chester Bennington's singing became a lot more pronounced. Shinoda's rapping became a lot more better. The guitar work, the DJ work, everything just sort of really grew exponentially. That's why I just think that for Meteora, that's the best album. And the beauty about it is it's one of the shortest albums I've ever heard in my life. The album is very short, hence why it is very easy to listen to from beginning to end. And for me, it is actually one of the best albums out there because it's so short, because it's so good, it's quick, short, and to the point. Okay, thank you for the question. This is from Blackwater. Hi, HH. You had some talk about World Cup versus the Champions League in your videos, and you made a great point. There is no one-sided final games in a World Cup. I agree. It's true. Since 1986, all World Cup finals were tight games. The only exception was in 1998 when Brazil were totally demoralized due to Ronaldo's seizure before the final. I made some research and found one more significant fact showing that the World Cup is the toughest competition to win. In the 21st century, no one player has scored a hat-trick in the World Cup knockout stage. I mean, isn't that a beauty? I mean, Blackwater, I love you for pointing that out, because I keep on trying to remind and tell you kids that the World Cup, it's all about the World Cup is where it's at, and this proves it. Because what you're seeing here is the fact of the matter is that in the Champions League you have hat-trick over. Didn't Messi score 5 Gs in a game against Leverkusen or something? So for the Champions League, I mean, is the Champions League really that hard? Is it really that hard? In my view, the Champions League is not that hard. It's a competition where guys can have won it so many times and can score so many goals in the game. I'm sorry, I don't think it's that hard. But the fact that, look at how many times have people scored a hat-trick in a knockout stage, and look at how many times in a World Cup final have teams been blitzed. Real Madrid did blitz Juventus in the last Champions League final. Remember when United blitzed United in that final as well. Remember when Real Madrid blitzed Valencia in the final in the early 2000s. So guys, come on, let's be real here. Remember the Inter Milan Bayern Munich 2010 final, which was, even if it was only 2-0, it was very one-sided. Come on, guys, let's be real and let's just respect the World Cup. Okay. Hello, HH. I'm Farid. I'm Egyptian. I've been watching you for a year. My question is, now that the World Cup pots have been confirmed and Egypt is in pot 3, is likely to get in a hard group, what do you think Hector Cooper should do? Should he change his tactics, use specific players? And do you think FIFA arranged the pot in on a unfair way? Thanks, and sorry that is long. Oh, no, sorry, that's not long. Thank you very much for your question from Egypt. And again, hopefully, I hope you or anybody that you know are safe. I just heard about the crazy terror attack in Egypt where 250 people died. Madness. Just, hopefully thoughts are with people involved in that attack. Crazy world. For your question, I don't know the way. Yes, it is unfair because FIFA, in their infinite wisdom, have decided that friendlies, which nobody gives a damn about because friendlies are used to try out different teams, now counts towards rankings. And these rankings now play a part in deciding the pots. Stupid system. But beyond that, no. How you qualified should be how you roll. This is how Egypt's qualified, and they should keep with what has worked with them. And this is what's worked with them. This is how it should ride with them. So again, I think that it really doesn't matter with regards to what groups they get, whether they will get a hard group or not a hard group. Keep with what you have because what you have has worked. It has worked well. It has done you well. It has it has fed you well. So it would be the worst thing if Copenhagen says, okay, we have a hard group now. Let's change players and change tactics. No, the players who qualified for you and the tactics that you use, which is a very good, nice ball-playing, expressive tactic, should be used for Egypt. It's been a long time since we've seen Egypt at the World Cup. Let us see them play like how they play. The worst thing you can do is second guess. Do not second guess. All right, guys, this is the end of part 1 of this Q&A. Watch for part 2 as we delve deeper into more of your questions. Peace out, stay true, and stay black. Thank you for watching this video. Think about pledging and become a Half of Football Hot patron. Pledge an amount each month and gain access to exclusive videos from your boy, the Football Hot, for more analysis. Peace.